Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. So welcome to the ninth lecture in the series in which we are learning the basic component of Compose. So in this lecture we will learn about ViewModel, that how we can use ViewModel with Compose for different kind of business logic and data retention. So for that I will choose this screen, that here we have onboarding screen. We have already created that onboarding screen, and the starter code of this lecture is available in the video description, so you can get it from there. And in this we will use ViewModel with the onboarding screen. And as you can see here, onboarding screen, there are three screens of onboarding. In the first screen, this image is showing title and description. Second onboarding screen contains this image and title description, and third one contains this image, this title and description. So we will using ViewModel, we apply this logic that when user click on next button, then user will navigate or move to this data, and when user again click on next button, then move to this data. So let's jump to the coding part and see how we can achieve it. So first of all, we need to export these images one by one. So in Figma Design, if you are not able to access this design, so when you open the Figma design, then you need to sign in, and after signing in you need to scroll down here and click on free design file, and then all these design will be available to you. So here you need to we need to export these images one by one. Export. So in my case I have already exported them. So these are the three images that we need to show in here, and I will give the naming convention to img underscore onboarding underscore 1 underscore 2 and underscore 3. So first of all, I will copy these images and paste it in our drawables folder. Now we go to our onboarding screen package, onboarding, and here I will create a new file for ViewModel. And extend it from ViewModel. And for ViewModel onboarding, okay, so the next part is we need to identify what data we are showing here. So in our screen we have an image here, title and description. So we will create a data class for that. First I create another package here, models, onboarding model, and it will be a data class which contains data. And the first thing is the image, which is in our drawables resources files. So I will name it as image id, which would be int, and title and description. So title, So this image should be a drawable resource file, so I will annotate it with drawable resource. So this will be an indication that we need to provide the drawable resource ID to this variable. So onboarding model, we have it here. So the next part is we need to represent the data in our screen. So for that we use a particular way to present our data to the screen. So each screen has a state, and in state we have different kind of data which will be reflected and shown to the user. So for that, for this screen we will create another data class for state, onboarding state, and it will be a data class which contains the data, and in our case data is the these image, title and description. So it's item 1, item 2, item 3. So that we save that data in the form of array list. And here we will use onboarding model which contains our data, and initialize it with empty, and the selected, and we want to identify which item we currently need to show. So for that we will use a variable selected index, and by default it's 0, means by default user will land to this data, so which will be at the 0th index. And the next is we need to give the data to these items. So for that I will create another private function here, default items, array list, which contains onboarding model, and onboarding model we have image ID which will be all drawable, img onboarding 1, title and description. So our title is, our first title is already written in our code. I will copy from there, and our description is this one, and the next part is refer these two items to. So for that I will select this text and press Ctrl D to copy the selected text to the next line. So the second item is onboarding img onboarding underscore 2, and the title will be this one, web host modern. So I will type it from here, web have modern events. Paste it here, and the description is same for all three screens, so we won't change that. The third one is the img onboarding underscore 3, and the title will be the tool lookup. So our default items method will return the default data, and we will set this data to our array items array list. So this is it. So the next is we need to pass that manage that state in the view model. So in view model we will use it using state flows. So first I will make private wall UI state mutable state flow onboarding state actually I need to do it like this. Onboarding state, and we will pass that to create another UI state public variable. So we make this underscore UI private. This is because we only want to change this data from the view model only. That's why we will make it private, and we are making a public variable of UI state to assign that data as state flow to this variable. So this variable will be accessible from outside the view model, so we can access this variable and access the relevant data from this variable. So the next is we have made the view model part here. So next move to the onboarding screen, our UI compose UI. So here we will assign onboarding view model to view model. Actually in compose we need to add a library to achieve this thing, and this is the view model library that we need to actually dependency that we need to add in our project. And sync it. Okay, so dependency have been synced with our project. So now come back to our onboarding screen, and here we will type view model, and that's it. So the onboarding view model is available in our compose component. So here I will access the UI state by using view model UI state and collect as state, and press alt enter to import the get value method which is provided by and the next is we need to update this image. For that I will go to the painter resource, and here I will use UI state doors. Actually I need to get the selected item from the list. For that I will create a new variable in onboarding state, get selected item, which will return the selected index item. So first I will get the current index. Actually I will do it like this: if selected index greater than or equal to last index, then we won't do any action, and we will return it. Otherwise we will update this state. Actually I need to actually I'm doing the wrong thing. Actually here we need to get the current item, selected item. For that I will write items and selected index, and here get selected item dot image id, And the next is the title. We will update the title like this: UI state selected item dot title, and same will be goes for description. So yeah, this is it. And the next is we need to update the coloring of these dots according to the selected index. Like if data is at 0 index, then this will be highlighted. At 1 index this will be, and second index this will be. So here I will this is the first one. Selected index is equal to 0, then we will make it 20f. Actually 1f means this is selected, otherwise 20f means it's with less opacity. And I will copy this from here and apply for the 1 index. If index is at 1, then it will contains 1f means full opacity, otherwise we have 20% opacity. Same will be goes for the second index. So yeah, and yeah, this is it. So let's run this preview. So to run this, we will have in the preview method we have this play button. So from here we can run this directly to on our physical device. So yeah, our data is showing here. So let's click on this next button, but it's not working. This is because we haven't implemented it yet. So let's implement this one. For that, what we want to do is when user click on this next button, then we move to the next data. For that, we will create a function in our ViewModel, moveNext, where we have current index so if current index is greater than or equal to last index, then user is already at last index, so we will return it from here. Otherwise we will update the state. To update the state, we will access this variable and update it. So UI state update it copy and selected index plus 1. So here we are updating this UI state, and it copy means we are here having the object of onboarding state, and we are making the copy of that, and that copy will be set to the UI state. And whenever the UI new copy of the object will be assigned to this UI state, then this will be triggered. This will be triggered as a state flow. This will value goes to UI state, and wherever we are collecting the value, that value collect as state. So whenever any new value comes from here, then the composed component will be recompose itself and reflect the new data to the user. So we need to call the move next when user click on the next button. So here we will write modifier move next, and Okay, so now click on next button. So the next item data is showing, but due to the long title, this text is taking 3 lines, so our overall design is disturbing. So what we will do here is we will limit the number of lines to title and text. For that I will limit these lines to 2 lines only. So for that I will go to the title. Where is the title? Yes, this is the description and this is the title. So we will set max lines to 2 and overflow to ellipses. Same will be goes for the description, and let's run it again. So yeah, this it's working perfectly, and 3 dots are showing when text is more than 2 lines. So this is how we can use ViewModel with Compose components, and we have 3 terms here: onboarding ViewModel, onboarding state, and onboarding model which contains data. So this is it for today's lecture. See you next time. Bye.